Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me. Welcome. How is your this? Now, our topic for the day: a female soldier, who has been identified as Lance Corporal Jonah Comfort. She's a Lance Corporal. She was attached to a general's wife, and she has been monitoring the woman. Apparently, she got attached. She was attached to the woman. She knew everything. She knew the in and out of the house. She knew the activities of the woman, the things she sees around the woman, all of these things. And then, she has access to the house. So she made her way into the bedroom, and then she stole gold jewelry worth 35 million naira. Now, when she stole this gold jewelry, she took it to somebody who sells jewelry in Kaduna, and she sold this jewelry for 5 million naira. She stole something worth 35 million naira. She took it out to, I think, all these baranda people who sell jewelry, gold jewelry, and she sold it for 5 million naira. Now, the whole matter escalated. She was investigated, and then she was dismissed from the army. So heartbreaking and all. But guys, I want us to talk about this. What do you have to say for a uniformed woman, a security agent, somebody who has been put to not just guide that particular woman she was attached to? Wherever you see a soldier, they say smile, because that means it's a good sign. Soldiers are people who are meant to protect and save our lives. Yes, they are human beings, but basically we see a soldier and we know security is around us. We know we are safe. Soldier is now stealing from her madam. Guys, I want us to talk about this. This is not the first case of a soldier stealing, by the way. This is coming few days after army authorities dismissed 3 soldiers who were arrested by the police for armed robbery and kidnapping. If we will remember, a few days ago, 3 soldiers held board to, and they were dismissed because they kidnap, they steal, and they do all sorts of things on the highway. 3 soldiers. If you travel a lot by road, you would know. You would see soldiers everywhere. You go from one place to another border. You would definitely have to see a soldier. Now, these soldiers that we see on the road, and we are calm, you relax back in the car. They are now on the road causing nuisance, stealing, kidnapping, demanding for money on the road. Another soldier who has been, placed with her, attached to a general's wife, to her Oga's wife, stole from her. Guys, I want us to talk about this. What is pushing people, not people, what is pushing our soldiers, our security people to steal? I want us to talk.
There we go. How are you?
I'm good. Good. Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Listen,
Tell us your name and where you're joining us from, please.
Yeah, I'm especially from Germany. My name is Tushe.
Okay.
In as much as I don't support the meager salaries by our military soldiers, police people, all the forces, I cannot sit here and tell you that I will support anybody that has to justify stealing, whatever it could be, regardless of it, even if it's just a pen or matches. To tell me that because your salary is meager or whatever. No, let me tell you a little bit of my story. Before I came to Europe, I live in Germany, and I came as a result of family reunion to join my husband. I was working with the then Oceanic Bank. I was once a banker, right? And I was my job was marketing job, giving targets, heavy targets. But then I was doing I have A to Z. I was doing marketing job, and as much as having all that little, like having somebody selling tomatoes for me, having kind of all that things I'm doing for myself, because my salary was so big, 75,000 naira as a contract staff. First, I started with 40,000 naira. Then, as time goes on, I keep, upgrading myself. Now, let me forget about Nigeria. When we came here, my certificate was not accepted. The first job I did, God will bear me witness, I worked in a bakery. Why I was working in the bakery? Because I was not able to speak German language. I had no driver license. I have no car. So it was nearby my house. At least I have to take train to go to my office where I was working. It was so tedious. And how much was it? I worked from Monday to Saturdays, a married woman. As time goes on, I started working. I did cleaning job. I worked in a restaurant. They will give you about 20 rooms to clean all the whole places, arrange and make sure that the beds, everything, the fittings are all in equal arranged. I worked there. I did packing of ice during winter. There's some companies, some contract companies that will come and pick us up. We go, they pack us as if we are sardine in a vehicle. About 100 kilometers. We drive down there, they will drive or dump us there, go and pack another people, go to another area. We'll be packing ice. Who will do that in Nigeria? A woman packing ice in Nigeria. But that did not relent my intentions, because I have to start from somewhere, because I was not able to speak the language. It wasn't English language, it's a German language. Okay. Then I have to start upgrading myself. The last work I did was I work in a hospital as a carer. Then I know this wasn't my passion. But then I decided to go back to school. I'm running my master's, my MBA at an old age, because I don't want to quit. I have my intention to upgrade myself, not to be stagnant in the same salary, in the same situation. Nobody will tell you that because you do earn good salary, that will make you to steal. It's not justifiable. My sister, believe me, You live in Nigeria, you live in Kaduna. You're a pretty lady. You've not sold your body. You've not stealing things. You've not done things just because there are hardship. For you to come here to create content, it's because you cannot do otherwise. There is dignity in service. For one to go and steal 35 million, I have nothing to question. If soldiers or major generals why having 35 million, doesn't mean that she doesn't have a portfolio. Doesn't mean she's not in any salary. Doesn't mean she's not that. We can't even question how where the money comes. What we're questioning is what is the dignity and the decency of a little major or soldier or a force, a lower cadre to go and steal. This is my own problem. Why do you have the idea that for you to steal, you have to convince people and tell people that, oh, I have to see become my salary? No. If you are in a place, you find out that it doesn't want it, your salary is not. Either you plan. I know this is Nigeria. We've done it. Nobody will come and tell you Nigeria is that. We've been there before. We've been there. Even here is worst. The difference is conversion of the currency. There's some certain situation, place of environment, you'll be working, you feel like, oh, let me go back to Nigeria. Still, like how I wrote on the comment section, I said, why will somebody steal? If you find yourself to be a cashier in a bank, that you see a bunch of money, when I'm talking about money, this is money, that means you have to steal. It's time for us to begin to have accountability and responsibilities. Nobody should come and tell me because I'm receiving 2-3 jobs. 2-3 girls, you can get small salary, save it, keep saving it for 1 year. All of them that do also, there's something we call also in Lagos. You do it. Even when I was in Bank, we used to do it. 10 contract staffs in my colleagues. Every month we contribute 20 out of 45,000 naira they pay us. We contribute 20,000 naira. You pack, I pack, another person pack. You use it to open small tomato or shop. Or you use it to do something else for you and make sure that you have it. Some people we are selling okreka at Origamu, Lagos. So when people give you an excuse that this is why they're doing it, no. Now, secondly, on the government should try better. Even if for how long we will continue saying it, it's not gonna change. Yeah, our forces are not receiving, they're not being treated well. I see it on Twitter, on video, on Facebook, seeing how policemen, the police forces, they are being maltreated, how all of them, because if they've been given good salary, taken care of, I think most of them will not be committing all this crime, especially collecting money from people. There is this woman, I think the one is from France or wherever. She came on a tour in Nigeria. I was ashamed to watch her video. Why that woman was explaining how Nigerian police are collecting money from her, making money. It's high time, my sister. No, nothing can come. Nobody can convince me and tell me that because you don't have this, you don't have that. That is why you're stealing. There's no justification on that. That's what we should all be learning from it. Anywhere you are, you'll find that it's not easy for you. Quit from there and start from somewhere. First of all, make plan A to B. We need to inculcate this kind of attitude. Forget an easy way, quick money in mentality. That is what is killing our youth. We have to start from here. Most of us that came abroad, they ask people, they will tell you how it is. You have all your whole degrees back home. When you come here, they tell you it's not. In Germany, here, that's it. Except you're under medical or tech. But if you know what you're doing, if you have intentions, if you have objective, you start from somewhere, then you upgrade yourself, update yourself. That's what I want to say. It has no meaning. She can't come and convince anybody that because you receive nothing. She's a woman. If you don't receive good salaries, the profession is okay. It's a military, it's a federal parastatal. Look for plan B, something else that can be any money beside that. And live your life according to your income. Most of us are living fake life, living more than our expectations, more than our budget. You get my point? That's why you see it is happening this way. Everybody wants to arrive quick, and it's too bad. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you one question before. Okay. So now the salary difference, because from what I'm seeing now, the generals, the brigadiers, the lieutenant generals, and the majors, they're earning so high. Then the other ones now, the cadet, the ones who went in through cadets and the rest, they're earning so little. Salary difference so much. Why? What can you say about this?
Well, I think before every government has a policies and the requirements for entering. I think people that works in parastatal, in federal government parastatal employment, something like that, they start from level. Some people start from level 10, level. So I think I don't know much about military forces. So whichever it is, they have level.
Yes.
When that level comes, you enter in a particular level. It's assumed that after some years you'll be promoted to another level, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It does it. Even those that work in if you watch people that lecturers in the universities, in polytechnics, they're all in level. They're all in level. The thing I should be able to talk or to say that if government can make it a little bit to raise their salaries, because if you tell me that you have our currencies and monies are so high, the purchasing power is high, things are so expensive, and you pay people the same meager salary, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. When things are high, they should be able to upgrade. They should be to put more income into their salaries, but we keep saying that. I don't think the government can do that because I think our government loves people dying in silence and being hungry, going around. That's what they believe. So that's my own thinking.
Okay. Do you have anything to say about this general now, this particular general and his wife? Because having over 35 million naira worth of jewelry, which is just part of the collection, it's not the entire collection, in your house. Do you have anything to say about this?
It's theft. It's a criminal offense. I must be honest with you. I don't know. I've not read it. I was listening to you when you said it. If eventually they fund those stores, I think the general and the wife should take justice to it, Macy. You know, in as much as they've seen those things back. But in a situation they've not seen it back, I mean, the woman needs to, she has to bring it out. She has to bring it out, my sister, because if you leave her, somebody else will still do the same thing and start asking for forgiveness. We need, it's time for us to take accountability and responsibility. You can't do something and you say, please forgive me, and you didn't know it was the devil. Who is the devil? That's it. Even here in abroad, theft is an offense. They can put you to jail because of theft. You get my point?
Okay.
So if eventually the general and the wife are going to forgive her, let it be as a sort of now decision. But let the woman say the truth. Let them bring up.
Solomon, Fortune. Hello, Fortune, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, not you, not you. Somebody joined. Fortune.
Yeah, it's Fortune.
What we are saying is playing in the background. So that's
It's echoing. It's echoing
yes,
back. Anyway, I've just finished my submission. Maybe you can bring her up again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love all the topics you've been bringing. This is my second time of coming up here with you.
Yes.
It's very mature. It's very entertaining, and hopefully I'll be at the background. I'll be listening. Let me see what other people think. But however it is, there's no justification for theft or for any kind of stealing. It doesn't make any sense. There is the dignity and the rest we want. Thank you. Bye.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Gold. Thank you for joining.
Okay. Yeah, I want to talk about that because this is a very interesting topic.
Okay.
Sorry, ask that question again.
This one, that the army are dismissing their personnel. 3 soldiers were dismissed a few days ago because for kidnapping and armed robbery. And now this woman has been dismissed for stealing from the general's wife. When this whole thing there was, now they don't have jobs.
Okay, I think that is how should I say that? I wanted to say that is a wrong question to ask.
Okay.
But let me treat it from that angle. Definitely they are going to get worse. They're going to do something to survive. Because even what they are doing presently is a means of survival. You understand? And there is something we notice, seriously, Nigerian, I don't know what to say about this. But Nigerian government should be ashamed of themselves. If you hear the salary that military men earn, you're going to know that this country is it's even making me to stammer. Okay, now a private soldier goes to training and comes back and start earning some of them 60,000. Now, what can 50,000 naira do for you? It's just 2 polo. If you want to spend 50,000 on a normal basis, it's just 2 polo. You take 50,000 naira to the market, it cannot buy you anything tangible. Now, start thinking about this. A carton of Indomie today is 11,000. If you say you want to buy one, 2 pint of Gary, you just buy few things. The money is finished, and at the end of the day, you see these soldiers begging for food. These guys are surviving on what do they call it? Spare tires. You understand? They cannot. They don't even have money to do things. You see them. They live miserable life. Why? Because of this government are not really paying them enough. The other day we heard stories that some soldiers at Dangote factory they stole stuff from that factory and they were dismissed. I think that's a very wrong move to take, dismissing people over when you cannot really provide for them. You understand? You cannot really give them the life they need. That's why I don't blame anybody. Seriously, I don't blame anybody. The reason I don't blame them is because of these guys. They are trying to survive. Even all those policemen you see at checkpoint, when they try to talk to you gently, they say, okay, say, please, give us some. They want to tell you to give them money, but they don't know how you will take it. That is why sometimes they end up being aggressive. You understand? So I think, honestly, Nigerian military is a shame. It's a shame, seriously. 50,000 naira, 60,000 naira salary for a soldier to live on after serving your country. At the end of the day, you earn 50,000. What can 50,000 naira do in this dispensation? If I'm in the shoes of those military men, those ones that stole this thing and that stole wires from Dangote factory, I will do more than that. Because nobody can survive on 50,000 naira salary now. You said, look at it. Now, for those guys that are dismissed, definitely those guys are going to try to survive. And what are they going to do? Many times they want to do the best thing they know how to do. The only skill they have, because most of them, the military does not really give them skill. They don't really educate them. So the only thing they know how to do is to carry weapon. And at the end of the day, when they carry those weapons, they will use it to feed. So that's just the way I see it.
Okay. So now you said you see somebody go for training and then they come out and they're earning 50k, 60k. Why are these other people earning so little? And then the generals, the majors, why are they earning so high? Why is
why are they earning so
salary difference?
Okay, now according to Chronicle of Command, because I grew up in the barrack actually, there is a rank they call officer rank and soldier rank. You understand?
Okay.
The soldiers are not. They don't earn well. Or the money only goes to those people that claim to be officers. Those are the people that really enjoy the benefit of being military, not the soldiers. You understand? Because after recruitment, the highest you can see, let us say you are a sergeant, highest you can see either 80, 100,000 or so. Why when you cross to the other rank, those commission rank, you see them, they think they are being paid well. But these particular people are not being paid well. And same thing happens in every sector of the society. Those people that do less work, they are being paid high. While the people that do the real work, they don't really get paid well. You understand? So I think the soldiers are just like servants to the officers.
Okay.
So that's it.
Why? Why this barrier? Why is it? Why do you think this barrier? And this salary difference? This is not different.
Okay, as I said earlier, there's what we call chronicle of command. In every sector, definitely there are people that are going to be boss and there are people that are going to be servant. So these people that went through recruitment, that is why it is very important for somebody to go to school. You understand? Okay, some people in the military actually, some people in the military, they enter through normal recruitment, normal secondary school certificate, and the military has an option in which somebody can choose to further their education. And after furthering your education, you can apply for commissioning, and they commission you, you become an officer. Life changes, you start earning the way those other people earn. You understand? While apart from that, there are also people that went through Nigeria Defense Academy and they are doing well. Why those people that went through secondary school certificates? You understand? That is just discrepancies. Those people that went through secondary school certificate, they are not really paid well, and that's just it. Even in our normal society, that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
But if I was in position to advise the government to, I think the government should increase salary for these people, because if you look at the lifestyle policemen live and the lifestyle Nigerian army live, you will see the difference. You understand? I'm friends to police, I'm friends to soldier. I see the way they live differently. A police joined the force today. Before 1 year, he don't buy small car when he use a cruise up and down. You understand? These guys, they're enjoying. They're even doing contributions. Some of them do contribution of 100K daily. You're surprised, where do they get this money? On the other hand, on the military side, these army guys, they don't really have access to those kind of funds. To even feed for some of them is a problem. You understand? Some of them had issues. To even feed is a problem. Do you know? Okay, fine. When an army man collects a salary of 50,000 naira, do you know how they spend it? Okay, wait. Or do you think that those uniforms that they're putting on, they buy uniform, they buy boots? Now that
They buy
boot,
their
imagine,
uniforms.
go and ask, go and do your investigation. Oh, you think uniform is free? They buy uniform. Nobody gives anybody uniform for free. You know, they buy uniform, they buy boots. After you buy, just imagine a boot. You buy boots for something like 70,000. Where your salary is how much? You buy boots for 70,000. Your salary is 50,000. You buy uniform. Uniform they sell it close to 30, 40,000 naira. I grew up in the barrack. I know these things. You know, so after buying this uniform and boots, where does that person want to see money to feed? So these guys are really, really suffering seriously. But they cannot come out to tell you that. They cannot come out to tell you that. Reason being that they cannot come out to tell you that because whoever is an army personnel that comes out to say these things, you're going to go to court. They're going to court martial you for saying this statement, for talking against the army. So that is it. Military, army, they are really suffering. I think the government should look into their lifestyle and their pay.
Okay, now so this army general, other people are suffering. Army general's wife has 35 million naira. What would you say is the source of this income?
Okay, wait, it's like you don't. An army general is not a small boy. You understand?
Okay.
You know, I'm not going to go into detail, but an army general is not a small, but although the salary is not up to 35,000, although the salary might not be up to 35 million also, but you know, when you hold a certain position, there are definitely people who are going to come to meet you for you to do some kind of job for them. Some people are going to gift you things naturally. Some opportunities are going to be open to you. You understand?
Yes.
And some kind of deal they do that are both legal, illegal, extra legal. You understand? So these are the things that bring money in. You understand? Definitely, these are the things that bring money in, not really the salary. You understand? So when you have opportunity to sit in those particular positions, you start seeing those things coming in.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay. Now, what can you actually say? Like word of advice to government, and if your child or a person is hoping to go into the military, that the person doesn't want to starve and go into devious means, give a word of advice to the general public.
Okay. So the general public, I have families who are in the army, you understand? I have families who are in the army, and once upon a time I bought form for the army. I bought form with my brother, and we did exam. We both passed. We wanted to go for the army, and my father called and said, okay, say two people cannot go into the army at the same time. What if they now kill the both of you? That one person should sit back. You understand? And my brother who happens to be in the army presently, there is always a difference between his lifestyle and my own lifestyle. You understand? Many times there is no day I call him for money, and he ever has. I never see day when I call him for money when he gets. Many times he will call him say like this and say, I don't broke. And don't forget that these salaries are not even paid on time. You understand? Sometimes you go call him for money, say, 5 days, you go. You know, when an army officer will pay you some money as little as 5K, very embarrassed, they say like this, and say, we never trust his money, all those kind of things. You know, these things are very frustrating. And I will not, with the present army we have in Nigeria, I will not advise even my dog to join army, you understand, because of a hateful insight. You understand? It's a very good occupation, or you want to defend your country, you understand? But how would you be defending your own country where you cannot feed, you cannot be comfortable? What is the reason why we are working? We are working so that our lives will be balanced, so that our lives will be comfortable, you understand? Okay, look at other people that are doing government job apart from the army. Look at them, their lives are balanced. Go and look at Nigeria Port Authority, look how much they earn. They are doing well. Look at Nigeria Customs Service. Just look around, look at other people that are into government job, they are doing well. But why is it this particular army? You understand? I think government need to work on the army, and they need to increase the salaries of these guys. Seriously. Because I know no soldier will have that mind to join this life corps, because the moment you join this life corps, the military is going to pick you up for saying things against the military, you understand? But if truth be told, I think they are not really helping matters. You understand? They are not really helping matters. My advice, if I want to advise, I would advise them to look into these guys. These guys are not supposed to be buying uniform. They are not supposed to be buying boots. During Nigerian Biafra War, my grandfather was in the army. There are certain things that they give to them that they don't buy. They don't buy uniform. They give them boiler food. They also give to them. But in the present army we have today, everything you buy it. Nothing is for free. You buy your boots, you buy your uniform, you understand? So that's just it.
Okay, but if you're in the Nigerian army, can you just resign? Somebody just asked that. Can you resign?
Yes. You can resign if you're in the Nigerian army, but there is a certain year you can serve to, and you decide to resign. It is called voluntary resignation. You understand?
Yeah.
When you serve to at least 12 years, you can choose to, okay, 10, 12 to 15 years, you can choose to, okay, I want to resign,
Oh,
and
you
you
must
move on
spend
with
like
your
10
life.
to 12 years.
Yes, you must spend like that, and you resign, and nobody's going to hold you. Even if you decide to resign your first year, nobody's going to hold you. But the reason why many people don't like resigning is because of the education. Okay, just imagine you spent your life like you joined army at the age of 23. All your life you were there. You are now 40. You want to resign. What are you going back? You don't have a skill. You don't have anything. What are you going back to? Now I must commend the army on some part, because also the army has a program that allows you to go to school, allow you to gain skill. But the question is, if you don't do this godfatherism, or you don't have somebody that can stand for you, you cannot access those particular programs. So that's it.
Okay. All right.
You can resign, you can join the job on the first day and you resign. But the only problem about you resigning is that when you resign on the first day, there is no benefit, nothing. But when you stay up to 15 years or so, you have the opportunity to resign. And when you resign, after a lot of battle, there are some certain amount the government is going to give to you. So that's just it.
All right, good. Thank you very much. You've opened our eyes to so many things.
So that's just it. That's just the way it works. And if you see army, you just say army thief from Dangote, army thief from here, army thief, no blame them. Some of these guys are in serious hungry. You be now you can earn salary 60K. Babe go come call you say I need 10K. After you say to babe 10K, family go call you collect 10. How many money don't reduce to 40 you? You can buy this one, buy that one, buy that one. At the end of the day, you go come left with nothing. Even for these guys to pay transportation. Okay, if you've been to Lagos before, I live in Lagos. Like, if you've been to Lagos, there is something that is common in Lagos. There is no army officer in Lagos that pays transportation for bus. They enter bus for free. When I mean for free, they enter bus and they say they are staff. You understand? And sometimes on the road, you see embarrassing moments in which these conductors and driver end up insulting these people, disgracing them. Why? Because many of them don't have the money to really pay for this. You understand? The only that uniform, I just decorate them, say gallant, but under. I'm not talking about the officers. I'm talking about this other rank. Under money no dey inside, nothing dey there. You understand? If you beg them now, say Alpha, I get issue like this, I need, day. You understand? So that's just it. I think the government should work on their lifestyle, increase their salary, and try to put some basic amenities for them.
Okay, so now you said, let me take you back to what you said. You said general and big boy. So that's 35
Uh,
million naira worth of joy with the wife gets. She want them.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear
That
you.
35 million naira worth of go general wife get. Nigerian pikin supposed to use and they play. You know what general they accessible to? Not be salary, but it gets some favor when when you don't sit down for position, you sit down for position. I say you need to be general. You know how many soldiers under a general? You know what the general they do? You understand? So you get position when you go sit down and say you be general. A general a big name, not be small boy, not be being so. General a senior man. You understand? So when you sit down for that position, naturally some people use money they can't give you. Some people they give you gift. You understand? You sit down for general, just be like say you sit down for a seat of the governor of Lagos. You understand? You see all this is where governor they are accessible to. During the military regime, they say colonel. During the military regime, they say colonel and governor, then they the same position. Just look back and see. Now general just be like governor. You understand? So that's just it.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Have a nice day. Guys, I'm in shock. God has opened our eyes to so many things. A whole lot of things. Guys, send in your comments. I'll take one or two comments and then